one. Screw this up, but whatever. Okay, so as usual we start with the fight map, and my description is completely broken. Okay, it's alright. So, for the change, it seems like the players are in a top versus right-ish configuration, and somebody's lagging. Oh, not me this time. After yesterday I was a bit worried. Okay, I need to fire up the chat, I guess. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go. So I guess there will be more time for some chit chat. After the fight is over. Looks like a normal setup for a fight. Don't Talk should probably go a bit to the left. I mean, it's mostly militia here. Yeah. It's a weird army combination, by the way. Scouts and militia and decent shooters. Asso has the higher ground, as you could say. In case this becomes too campy, if I remember correctly... Oh, I don't remember how big is the circle at the end of the circle shrinking stuff, but... Zoom in? Yeah, I mean, I guess I can leave it like this. Hopefully it's... Thank you. I guess. Alright. Yeah, this does not seem campy at all. If I remember correctly, that's gotta be probably the first or maybe second game I'm streaming this year where both teams are actually not doing ridiculous stuff and just insta-losing, and they try to camp. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out a bit because I'm really curious if they will start faster or the circle will end shrink completely. Yo, Mitras. And yo, class, I laughed at your comment, but I didn't say hi. Yeah, I mean, looks like they are waiting. Literally nothing happening. So given how campy the teams are here, I think this script will have the first proper test. We'll see if it actually helps things or not really. Okay. They take their sweet time. They're not even trying, I mean. It looks exactly like most of the games between good teams 1 year ago when the map didn't have this feature. And now we should see something more interesting. I wondered if, I mean, I don't remember I made this script, how big the circle is, so I wondered if the players even know it. I think it stops somewhere here, but I'm not quite sure. Oh, come on. Don't tell me it stops there. Ah, of course not. Yeah, Bozo is doing some risky maneuvering here. And here. And he's gonna catch? No. That was close though. Ah! Don't do this. Come on. I mean, they're getting kinda desperate, I guess. I think they're just gonna wait here. I mean, if it happened... That was me. Interesting. I think we're on the Russian server, so the lags might happen for the Polish players. I forgot that we have some stats over here. So let's check the defeated. Yeah, as I thought, Asso lost a lot. Actually, Bozo looked like he was losing quite a bit, but it doesn't seem like he lost that much. Although... Yeah, okay, yeah. You can see that Asso lost really lots of... yeah, those are crossbows. It's kind of weird though, because if you look at Bozo's army... No, these are... Okay. This is risky. But it might be the end of the circle, I think. So nobody else is probably going to die. Ah, sorry, that was defeated. So indeed Bozo has less. Sorry. Yeah, Bozo lost a lot then. But this is kinda weird. I mean, Trash is about to start fighting, I think, and that would be good for the bottom team if they can keep this out of... Oh yeah, I thought he's gonna go like here. That would be a huge mistake. It starts getting better for the top team. All they need is just not get killed by this snake. And yeah, that's good from both, I think, and that's good too, and that's even better. Although he's gonna waste these on the militias, but they broke through here, and he's gonna go for Trash's loads of shooters. I don't think Dontok should pursue this. I think he should just stay at camp and protect himself for a while. Ah, but actually it might work. Yeah, this is most likely a win for the Polish team. Need to put the blame on the appropriate person. Sorry, Thunder, but that's true. Actually, I thought about doing it so small that 25 would be the only thing you can see on the map mostly. But it's not bad. Come on. All right, so why can't I use my mouse? Like, what is this? Okay, so I'm supposed to switch to the picking. Oh crap, I didn't turn these on. Okay, so Klisic and Dunes of Death are the first bans from the Polish team. They won the fight, so they ban first and they ban last, if I remember correctly. And well, they definitely pick the locations. Okay, so Arctic and Petra are the bans from the Russians. Yo, Thunder. I don't think I want to modify the script again, but be my guest. Burning Skies and Double Roads, 2 Thunder maps are getting shot in the second round of picks from the Polish team. Must be to celebrate you joining the chat, I guess. Now we're waiting. Okay, so the first bans don't give me a lot of info. River and Silver, okay. So yeah, it looks like the Russian team banned 2 easy maps so far. One very imbalanced map and one map I didn't play enough to say anything about it, and that's Riverlands. Mirage and Waveonia. You can see a pattern here. Although they started banning with non-Thunder maps. Here comes the last ban for the Russian team from Chaotica, Ide, Frozen Fields, Lifkin, One and Nomad. There yet might be some weird choices here. I guess they could play Frozen Fields. Yeah, I didn't think they would ban this one because this is beneficial for them, I guess. So they ban Lifkin and Nomad. I guess these were the weirdest ones left. So Chaotica, Ide and Frozen Fields. I think Chaotica is out of question. They'll play something from the other two. But I think they might go for Frozen. Oh, no, I would choose Ide if I was them, because I think Frozen was good for some weird tactics and not for the normal base. And I think the weird tactics factor is stronger with the Russian team. Everybody who saw Don Talk's games in the tournament knows by now that he always, literally always makes normal bases. So, I mean, Chaotica isn't that bad. but it's worse than E-Day, I think. I don't know. Actually, I didn't play E-Day in a while. But from what I remember, it was random, but it had quite a lot of space and had interesting opportunities. The locations were kind of weird, but less weird than the usual random map standard. So if you ask me, I would say E-Day has the most chances here. Frozen Fjords is more like super town hall build map. I'm not sure if the Russians did town hall strategies yet. I thought Trash did, but I didn't stream more than one game from them. So it's hard to say. Well, they're taking quite a long time choosing this. Frozen Fjords, okay, that's gonna be an interesting one. Could it be the first time this year that a map maker will play their own map? Probably not, because Thunder probably played something, because there's a lot of his maps here. But I find it kind of weird. But I mean, I kind of expected they would be afraid to choose this against the Russians. It's not normal base friendly that much, from what I remember. But on the other hand, obviously the map maker gets an advantage because he knows what to pick. And it makes it even weirder that they actually wanted the bottom. Alright. It says with small help from Sada. I honestly don't remember what this is about. I think it might have been something like the layout of the map was not good enough for the like stuff like Battlefield or something like this. Or maybe it was hard to go between the locations. Yeah, I mean, from what I remember, location 5 was ultra crap. I played 3 with a town hall strat, it was good. But I wouldn't say so about normal strat. I don't know much about 1 and 4. I think 1 might be pretty good. But if you played 3 without town hall strat, it's still alright, I guess. Might be better than 5. I have a feeling that they put themselves on a landmine, especially put Bozo on a landmine, and that would be super weird, given that they literally know the map the best, at least don't like us. But there's a chance we don't know something. I will... yeah, I think before we talk more, I will also use this moment to make a short break. Be right back. of course I wasn't quick enough to come back before they start. So let's take a look at the storehouse location. So yeah, I'll give you a quick look to everyone's storehouse first, and then I start talking. Aso is here. Trash is here. Weird. But not that bad actually, once you think about it. There's plenty of space here. Botso. This will be the important one, because this lock is very dependent on the storehouse location, if I remember correctly. It's okay, I guess. Iron is kinda tricky, but you can't... I mean, it's kinda in the middle of nowhere. Might be tricky actually, yeah. And don't talk... It's okay, I guess. So, starting with Aso. Which location? I mean, I guess these two locations relate to each other. So, between Don't Talk and Aso, I would say Aso has kinda tricky gold. He has a lot of choices and neither of them is a good one. But probably he needs to be guided by... oh crap, now I noticed. Okay, so he definitely has to go to the bottom first to take this and this especially. And that's a little tricky. Don't Talk doesn't have such problems. He knows where to go for gold because he has to take this and this. He could take this one if he insisted, but I guess he's not a fan of Town Hall builds, so I doubt he's gonna need more than 2 at the moment. So he'll probably just make farms here or something like this, and then make the rest of the city like here. Go for this first, second, and then the third one here later. That's what I would do, I guess, for a normal base. Siema. Now let's, but yeah, to finish this comparison, I think Aso has a bit harder situation. They're somewhat equally far away from the iron. However, Aso has to do a few more backflips before he can reach the gold and stone and wood. So yeah, for these two players, looks like it was a better choice for the bottom team, given how the storehouses were randomized at least. Now comparing Botso and Trash. So yeah, I know this lock. Actually, I remember playing on both of them. So Trash's lock is like... When I had a storehouse somewhere like here, it was pretty annoying because I didn't have much space here. So I appreciate how much space he has here. He can easily reach this forest. It's slightly annoying that you have to go here for the irons quite far away. The gold is really easy. You can take this or you can take this. You could make some easy town hall build as well. I think you had something like, I can't check yet because they don't have sawmill, but I think there were like 2 or maybe 3 mines here. So if you had even more space, it would pay off to go for the town hall based build in this area, like make a lot of gold smelters. You can actually fit 5, maybe 6 in this area anyway. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So yeah, everything is pretty close. Iron and kinda wood will be tricky. So he probably go here then here, and later for this one. But I think it's slightly chaotic location, but you mostly know what to do here. Now with Bozo, yeah, this is a no-brainer. Make the stone here. He seems to be going to the right because he really needs to take the forest. He could try to go for the left, but it wouldn't make much sense given that there's less trees here. Although the gold would be a bit closer, so I'm not quite sure what's the plan here. Something like this. Looks like that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would probably go for... but he doesn't have any space for planting if he goes here. Yeah, I can see what he's doing, and maybe he wants to leave this space for the actual base, for the buildings. I'm not sure because it's a trade-off. You have plenty of space at the right. I don't remember at the moment what was the biggest problem of this location. It was definitely weird to build here, and the iron is quite far away, so maybe that. Theoretically, Trash's iron looks equally hot. When you look at the distance from the storehouse itself, it's even maybe bigger. But the issue is that Bozo doesn't have anything in this area to go for. So it's not that easy to make a compact base. But he's trying to do that by going to the right for the gold, which is an interesting idea. Oh wait, he's going for bow actually. Okay, so he's gonna focus hard on Town Hall, I think. Unless this is for... Yeah, I mean, maybe not. Maybe actually he's just going for the forest here, but he doesn't. No, that's gonna be extra gold. This is a bit weird because he's kinda going everywhere at the same time. It cannot be good for your efficiency. He made a similar mistake in the game versus Ritter. I hope it's not another time he's gonna make one, but yeah. If he really wanted to go for 2 and extra wood, why wouldn't he go to the right at this moment if he started going there anyway? I mean, looking at this, maybe there's no difference whatever you go for, either go for the left or for the right, but going at the same time for both is super weird. Or maybe he's just making the roads. I mean, nah. I think it's just gonna be a super massive town hall strategy. Like, he could easily take this if he wanted like 3, maybe even 4 gold mines. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's interesting. It's really interesting. On the left, it looks like so far only 1 gold mine. Probably gonna make a straight line to the right and make woodcutters only here. And then make the proper base somewhere like here. Yeah, that might make sense. Okay, definitely need to keep an eye on Bozo. Let's go to a bowling base, because I'm pretty sure there's not gonna be a town hall here. Sorry, Don't Talk. Don't Talk is really bowling with his bases because he makes really good but classic style bases. So what we can expect here is something like more than 10 horses, usually much more, so like 15 at least. We can expect something like 45 ladder and it's like when you look at his numbers in the attacks at peacetime, it's like you copy paste them from his previous game, no matter what he plays. A really stable player, and he really likes horses, no matter how bad that sounds, I guess. In the meantime, you can see Trash is going for this forest, which is interesting. I mean, I would try for this one probably, because it's along the way for the iron, but this is a bit safer because then you will have enough space for planting. But on the other hand, you could only just make like one planter here and go there. That's what I would prefer, but there's many ways to make a good base, and we'll see his idea. Last time we saw a pretty massive iron only build from him. This time I don't think it's the same thing is going to happen. Because we already see a second farm coming up here, and the layout of this location invites making a normal base. It's a pretty nice layout for that, especially that the iron is slightly further away, so it might pay off to focus more on horses, for example, or just on leather production. It's a little of a waste that he doesn't seem, at least so far, to be trying to make even a small town hall build. You could easily put like 4 gold mines here and make something like 150, for example, gold, or maybe even 200 somehow on peacetime. Yeah, 200 should be achievable with 4 gold mines without bigger problems. If one gold mine has 100 extra, you can go for 200 there, I guess. Hard to say what he's gonna make later. This looks like 2 or maybe 3 places for either stables or the or the swine farms. Okay. He's gonna make, yeah. Okay, this is actually a nice way of going for this one. Although, on the other hand, I'll probably go like this instead, and then go to the bottom to go to the north easily as well. But this is also interesting, although it shows that he's gonna forget about the iron for a longer while, I think. And given the configuration we see here, I doubt he's gonna go for a lot of farms. I mean, you can see space for roughly 4, and yet you'd still need some space for the iron production. Okay, anyway, let's take a look at ASO. I gotta admit that I didn't watch a lot of Trash and ASO games these days. I only saw their previous game against Regis and General Star. And in that previous game, ASO just made a horse rush, and Trash did a really nice iron rush base with 90 troops on peacetime, all iron. But then they completely wasted it in the fight, but then somehow managed to go back and win against Regis and General Star. From what I know, I think in the last couple of months, when I saw Trash playing, it was a bit disappointing in the fight because he always was a very strong fighter. But the last couple of months looked to me like he made a lot of silly mistakes. So you could see this in their previous tournament game, that you could see both the experience and the silly mistakes at the same time in that game. So yeah, we'll see if maybe he can keep more focused this time. And regarding Aso, I've always known him as a good spammer, but I can't say much about his fighting skills. I think he always played with Trash in the tournaments, at least the last couple of years, and they were definitely that team which did some sneaky stuff in the fights. Like you can never sleep on a battlefield when you have them against you. So this is an interesting adversary for Don't Talk and Bozo, because as I probably mentioned before, Don't Talk improved a lot this year when it comes to fighting, but Bozo is even better because he's one of those old KaM players with a long history in this game and in the tournaments, and his understanding of the game is really good, and especially understanding of the fighting is one of the best in this community, I think. So it might be a really interesting fight if there's no silly mistakes from anybody. This is a semi-final, so of course there's no weak teams left, but it's especially interesting because these two teams are a bit similar in style when it comes to they always have good spam, but it's not like there's still one level above them when it comes to spam. Sometimes it depends on a game. Like if you put these two teams against Ritter and Gross, I'm guessing Ritter and Gross will always have more spam, or at least almost always. I guess we might see if that's true in the final, but still. And these two teams mainly, they are very powerful spammers, but they are even better in fighting and reading the game. So having such two teams in a tournament game is actually really good for the show, So we should expect a nice game here. We can see that, actually, let's take a look at the buildings. We can see that Trash is going for normal base because he makes a swine farm. Same goes for Aso. So I'm still pretty sure this is a town hall base, given that he has 5 gold mines either built or being built. He made 3, builds 2, has a plan for 1 more. Looks like total town hall base to me. Only 2 farms, already 1 iron mine, just to unlock it and start making iron slowly. And he's probably gonna go for this a bit later. It's a little risk always to go for a town hall based strategy mainly, but I think this combination, it could be good if he does something like 300 gold and 30 crossbows. That's what I would say he might have in mind. And we can expect Don't Talk to do a normal base, although he has, okay, that something weird is going on. Looks like I might have triggered him a bit because this does not look like a normal base. Yet, I mean, yet. No, it won't look. Look, just look at this. The Russians have 3 farms by now. Bozo has 2. And he's going for super ultra town hall based strategy. So, it looks like Don't Talk is actually doing a town hall strat to me. Slightly more focused on iron than gold as opposed to Bozo, and this is the right decision because Bozo will lack these shooters, for example. So this is all tactically well thought out, but I'm still super surprised because they're going neck to neck. I mean, okay, Bozo is slightly faster with his gold mines, although not with his coal mines, and that's gonna hurt him in a bit. I think this is not the pace you want to... I mean, depends what you want to achieve, I guess. I kind of have a feeling he's trying to build too much at the same time. Let's check the houses amount. Ah, it's because Dontak is completely, like, much faster than Bozo and the others. I wonder why. I mean, he had pretty nice location. Let's check the most important stats. Looks like Trash is a bit in the back with the wood production. Iron the best for Dontok so far, but it's not a huge difference. I mean, Bozo definitely the best with gold ore and coal. Okay, that's weird. So probably these 3 ones were just fast, and that's how it just worked. And now Dontok will start chasing him, but it shouldn't be hard for him. You can already see that the lines are going to meet pretty soon, in like 3-5 minutes maybe. That's interesting. Yeah, but I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, it definitely makes sense. It's not weird. It's quite far away from your base. He does fell only. Does he have any problems? No, not yet. By the way, how many sawmills do we have? Only 1 player, Aso, has 3 of them. But you can also get by... Wow, that's a lot of gold. What time is it? 30 minutes. And he just made... Yeah, okay, they're gonna bring this out. I mean, it's a bit... it's going to take a while, I guess, until they bring this out. And finally, we have this beloved building in Dontok space. I am literally almost crying to see this. This is the biggest surprise of this game so far. Any other surprises coming up? Yeah, so, well, still a little surprise for me after the last game and seeing how Trash can handle really nice Iron Rush bases. Even if, let's face it, that location was super imba powerful for Iron Rush, but still. Now Trash wants to prove to us that he can make a normal base. So it kinda looks like somebody possessed Don't Talk and Trash alike. And they're not themselves. At least a bit. No, I mean, I think Trash is often making normal bases too. So also a normal base, don't see anything weird going on. The traffic jam, mostly gold and food related, so nothing special. This shortcut might help, I guess. No, not that much, because the traffic is like generated by gold, and like generally they're bringing stuff to storehouse, and that's why they're walking a lot here. Okay. Let's take a look at Bozo. Looks like he needed like 1 or 2 minutes to maybe 3 actually, to bring stuff from storehouse to the town hall. Another look at the gold graph and maybe iron graph. Yeah, so far it looks pretty good for the Polish team. This is shaping up to be a nice rush army if they keep up the pace. So indeed it does look like they knew what they were doing choosing this map. So yeah, Dontok is trying to be a bit more moderate with his tactic. Yeah, that's weird. But probably just a skeleton of a building, nothing to see here, I guess. You can see they already got. Wait a second, Bots already has 6 gold mines, so I gotta see how his charts are looking like at the moment. I don't understand what he means here, because Bozo seems to have. Okay, yeah, he made the mines first, and he doesn't have this guy, because it was probably just built or something like that, right? Yeah, maybe, I don't know. He's making this one. He's still not going for the iron. I'm not sure if he wants to make it super late. Yeah, I mean, he's making barracks, which means that he's definitely gonna make a normal iron production. It's just really late. I'm not that surprised. As I said, this location has very far iron mountains, so you gotta shift the priorities a little bit. And given that there's 23 minutes left, he already got 82 gold. Let's take a look at the gold chart. I mean, this chart could be a bit better, but this chart is really good. And I think once he makes like 2, maybe 3 more gold smelters and boosts it up with trading, 200. His tempo right now is that in something like 15 minutes he did something like 150, almost 130 maybe. So with 20 minutes left, he'll probably make something like 200 something more. 250 maybe. Yeah, 250 is possible. Yeah, that looks like 300 to me. And super late iron, probably aiming for something like 25 crossbows at peacetime. That's how it looks to me right now. And you can see he completely filled the location, so you can see how this location is pretty much suitable only for town hall based builds, because if you try to make a normal base, you would literally have no space for anything, or you would have to make the woodcutters somewhere like here, which would not be nice for your base management, I guess. Not to mention how far iron is, and that didn't make the situation easier. Yeah, and this looks like an imba trade coming up. How many does he have? Yeah. So this is going to be even more powerful. Looks like his iron production will start working like 15 minutes before peacetime, more or less, with the exception of this particular iron smithy. Okay, so 6 woodcutters is not a lot for the trading setup, although I don't make... yeah, sorry, that might actually be fine. Because this is a bit different setup that I'm using. I'm just trading the trunks or the planks, but he trades probably some weapons, yeah. Okay, Don'tok's base. Slowly going after Botso's gold. I don't think he has a chance to overtake him at all, but it's going to be a modest downfall base. The difference will be here, and you can see Asso is going for a better iron graph shape here. So okay, looks like Trash has good opportunity as well. That's weird. Here we have Asso. Yeah, but Trash needs a bit more time probably to set up his production, so he focused on the iron mountains, on the iron mines first, and this is a good idea. But his coal is the worst, so he still needs this. But it's much easier, of course, to catch up with coal because you can make multiple coal mines at the same time. So that's completely doable. Asso has a lot of tree trunks. I wonder why does he need so much? Is he like going for some... no weapons yet? Okay. What's happening? Yep. I mean... obviously... well, 13 FPS. Obviously, he's kind of faking because this is quite a good base at least. His choices are pretty weird though, because you can't really make nice shooters from this building. But he makes only like 10. I wonder if he's gonna play without horses. That would be weird for Don'tok, but then he doesn't have farms, which leaves him with only 2 choices. Either play with no horses or trade some stuff. He doesn't even have a spot for the marketplace yet. Ah, there we go. A weird place though, because it's next to the town hall, but still, I would try to put it here perhaps. But yeah, I guess not a big deal. If he just makes a shortcut here, should be fine-ish, I guess. But what he wants to trade for the... yeah, I mean, he wants to have 10 horse... ah, right, yeah. So he's gonna trade the weapons. How many does he make? He only has 1 weapon workshop, making 1 mod. Okay. Is this the time to see the warfare stats yet? Yeah, looks like Don'tok is going more or less on par with what the Russians are doing so far. Except that he has a bit more weapons. Yeah, so it's even better. Right now at least. But it still may change because Trash's iron ore graph was pretty nice. So there's a high chance he's gonna take over in a little while. Botso's iron is pretty bad. But that was expected. And he's still not going for this. What's the plan here? I mean... this is not working. Like, the iron is really bad and he's not even making an effort to go for this. He probably realized along the way that it's not going to be that easy. Unless I'm blind. Ah yeah, he's making this one. Okay, interesting. Which he didn't try earlier. That might have been a mistake because this was easily reachable from here. Of course he had to focus on other stuff. And he still like 14 minutes left. In 10 minutes he made like 100. So he's gonna make like 300 something, I think. It's gonna be even a bit better than I thought. How many does he have? So he's got like 5 making one mod, but is he actually making it? Yep. This is a bit late. Like, it didn't cost him much, I think, to make the 6th one. I didn't observe that much his base, but he had everything he needed, and you can see these buildings are full, and he's not trading. Oh, wait a second, he was trading, but he isn't. That's kind of weird. I don't know. Yeah, like, I don't understand his choices regarding the iron production. Like, he could take this super oh, come on, super early. Yeah, I almost nailed it. He could take this super early and have 2 iron mine iron protection and just skip the right side because it's too far, make it on peacetime or whatever. It would work somewhat well, but he would have to gather enough iron ore from both, and this is like way too late. If you want to use this, why not earlier? Anyway, I think that's enough looking at the bottom team. So let's go back to the Russian team above. You can see normal bases here. You can see some horses. So there might be some mobility advantage for the top unless the bottom does trade a bit. I'm pretty sure Dontok might make these 10 horses, because otherwise why would he need some swordsmen if he can have plenty of barbs? Oh, by the way, where's the warfare stat? Dontok seems to be aiming for something like 200 gold, more or less. At least something like 160. Depends on how much recruits will be a problem for him in the last couple of minutes, because obviously you have to keep up with both the town hall gold and the school's gold in the last 10 minutes, so it might be tricky to get at 200. But right now you can see that there's a little difference starting to happen between the Russians and Dontok. Looks like the bottom team will have a bit less iron. I mean, the number is similar, but I mean, also is kind of catching up. I mean, if you count this, okay, maybe it's even. Yeah, it's kind of even, I think. And Dontok already started trading, so on top of all of that, he also wants to have some horses. Yeah, okay. There's still 10 minutes, so the Russians will have something around 40-50 leather, probably. Yeah. Stables in both bases, but there's almost no horses here. 2 from trash, 0 from muscle. So this means they will have like 15 combined, I guess. Maybe less. Oh. Siema. No tak. But I think what I see in Assault's barracks seems quite fine for this moment of the game. We remember that his timber graph was the best, tree trunks even better, which is kind of funny given that we have some town hall strats from the other players. Yeah, doesn't gonna need that one, right? So I got a little feeling that whatever the top does is gonna be GG when it comes to spam. But at least these normal bases will be quite good, I think. There's a little concern I have regarding the amount of swords in Trash's base, and there's still 7 minutes left. At this rate, he might be aiming for having around... Wait a second, these two buildings are full, so maybe it's not that bad actually. It will be tricky, but he should have at least 25, I guess. Well. So many Dutch people today. A few fake ones, too. Ah, come on, come on. Yeah, we need more Polish in the chat. I should probably say one or two interesting things about some of these bases, but I can't find any mistakes, or I'm too blind to do that. It's nice how efficient this production is, because you can see the sawmills are almost empty, but they have one tree trunk each in most of the cases, and he has the best graph, as you could see. So it looks like it looks like it's like exactly having what he needs and not more than that. Let's check the amounts of citizens. Yeah, so Bolco has the smallest amount, and he's heavily town hall based, so that's not a surprise. While Dontok has probably the smallest base and the most serfs, and this is kinda interesting. So 4 minutes left. I mean, I kinda thought we're gonna have a bit more, but what else can we see in 4 minutes? Anyway, trying to find out something weird, but oh, we can click on this. Interesting. What about clicking on houses? Oh, this is Imba. Wow, I didn't know this works. It works like this. Anyway, don't see any weird buildings. Yeah, let's switch to warfare. There's 3 minutes left. No, sorry. We can't risk banning my Twitch or YouTube accounts, or anything like that. But I didn't do anything to the moderators. It looks like it's a standard feature of Twitch, right? Because we're on Twitch, yeah. Looks like Trash is definitely going to be fine with his swords. That's nice job. He even... Did he surpass... Yeah, he's slightly better with his iron than Asso. Actually also would be better with leather production, if not for the fact that he has a little less, he has like 30 weapons versus 40. I mean, okay, they're both quite even, but then Asso still has no horses. That's weird. Yep, sorry class, everyone is welcome here. exactly. Even Firo. Um, yeah, so Botso, we kind we kinda know he can't have a huge iron production, so it's not a surprise. And last look at Don't Talk, and then let's actually take a quick look at the warfare stats here. So we've got 30 seconds. So Botso has I need to double check. 372 gold. Ridiculous crap. What is this? And they together have pretty nice amount of gold and kinda iron, but it's like for this amount of gold this is definitely okay. I didn't notice how many horses Don't Talk had, but he also traded a bit. Did he have 10? Did you guys notice? And then the top has a regular army with almost no horses, so it looks like a good old Slavic wpierdol. But we'll see if my prediction is correct. So far it looks like quite a big chance of an easy win for the Polish team. But I wouldn't rule anything out yet, because anything can happen. So, to those who live under a rock, that's how the current standings look like. So this is the game we're watching right now. Decan versus Hell Kitty, where Regis and General Star lost to Trash and Aso after the Russian team first failed a horse rush, then somehow won the game afterwards by sending crap loads of militia towards them. And the game I tried to stream, but my internet yesterday was dead for the exact 30 minutes I needed it the most. Where both Polish teams fought against each other. It was a pretty interesting fight, actually. I somehow managed to watch the stream in a crappy quality, but still. And the other part, I'm kinda looking forward to this game, Mutterland versus Orcs of Gundabad, because on one hand we've got, I'm checking if they are ready, we've got Ritter and Gross, which are like the most obvious team to pick if you want to say who is most likely to win the tournament, and that didn't change since a couple of years, I guess. And then you have Voyendorki, who might not have a name like their opponents, but they can have some interesting strategies. And it's like when you play against them, it's kind of random. They can just lose like crap, or they can surprise you with something weird. So I kind of have a good feeling about this game. Maybe I'll be able to stream it tomorrow. And then we've got Soundcloud versus Drunken and Zrankel. So this is W33 and Mitrelas, one of most interesting teams in the last couple of tournaments as well. Even won one of Thunder's tournaments. And remember, that's in the years when where we're usually dominated by Mutterland, so that's saying something. And they're gonna play against Classic and Terry. And that second game is going to be played at Sunday. So tomorrow and the day after tomorrow there are two other quarterfinals. While this is a semi-final game actually, because the teams we're watching right now finished their semi-finals early enough to play one game in advance. So let's focus on what happens after peacetime. Aso and Trash versus Don't Talk and Bozo. I promised you the fighting part will be very interesting because these two teams are really good at fighting usually. So I mean, that is if there's no silly mistakes. So let's find out what happens. So we can see some scouting here. It's important to not forget about this part of the map. Given what the players have, I have a feeling what might happen here. I want to wait until everything is taken out of the buildings and quickly check the army power stats. But you can see that they're not. I mean, that might be a mistake actually. Because he does. Oh, no, he could do this. Come on, he's just waiting. Yeah. This map is quite long, so you can't really rush that fast. You probably mean these ones, which I wanted to check anyway, because this is kind of crap. Yeah, so this is easier to watch. Well, obviously they didn't take everything out, and the town hall always skews the stats a bit, but look at this, holy crap. We'll be back there soon, as long as... Okay, he took out everything already. Yeah, well, GG? Or not GG? We're about to find out, I guess. And what's... Okay, so one thing I don't like about the bottom team's army is that they don't have a lot of shooters. They have their plenty of crap units. This is interesting. I think it's a good idea. You could see in the previous game of the top team actually how these might be important, right? It means that the bottom team has done the homework. Okay, how much do the attackers see? Yep, it's just like 49 barbs, nothing to see here, and iron on top of that. Okay, I'm not so sure that this is such a rushy army anyway. This position is good to defend, and I mean, if they saw this, like, the right side is kinda interesting. They're still trying to scout a little bit. Yeah, and I guess he might realize that he needs to check this. He knows this map quite well, so... Yeah, but still, it's super easy to block these entrance, for example. They might have just enough to block this, but I'm not sure. I would still say the bottom has a better chance if they attack right now, for example. It's easy to block here. This is kinda worse. They could try go there, but I'm not sure if I would do this actually. Unless to open up another front. That could be advantageous to the bottom team. Okay. Oh no. Botso really wants to get the crown for the worst stormer in this tournament. What is this? Why does he do this so early? I mean, did he want... Oh, wait a second. What the hell is Trash doing? Yeah, that was a good decision. GG. Um, 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 I don't know what to say, lol. Um, I I was kind of taken off guard when I saw Trash trying to go back from this. It might be that at some point they realized that they have less. Yeah, it's like nothing to see here. Total GG. Yep. Regis joined at the perfect moment to see the team who defeated him getting wrecked. This is merciless. At this point of time, Botso doesn't even use his crossbows because he doesn't have to. They still have towers, they have a lot of shooters, but that's not gonna be enough, let's face it. And I think that Botso actually lost most of his barbs, right? Yep, 3 left out of 49. Lol. Okay. So the Polish team is really close. But I don't think they're doing good maneuvers here. This is kind of bullshit, and yeah, I don't like this. I mean, the right side looks fine. It's gonna be hard for Trash to do anything here. Dontok is slowly pushing, but Asso might become a problem soon. Although, on the other hand, Botso doesn't have melee, but Asso doesn't really use this. He doesn't try to outpush. It's kind of hard against crossbows, but he will have a chance. He has plenty of bows. But he kind of tries to help Trash because he can see what's happening here. With Dontok still having quite some barbs. Quite some barbs left. Oh yeah, Botso is... actually, he has some melee, but the melee is doing something in Asso's base. Yep, that was brutal and fast. Wow. Now the question is, because that's a question a lot of people will be asking themselves, is that would this kind of army for the bottom team be enough to win against like Ritter and Gross or Mitrelas and W33, who are probably the most likely to be in the tournament's final? I don't know. Botso's army was quite scary, although I thought it lacked a bit of iron. Dontok's army was pretty cool, with I think something like 200 gold, and iron was something like 40, but with 10 horses. It was a little similar to what David would usually do, I guess, in style at least. Yeah, looks like Trash is destroying his buildings. Or just barracks. Yeah, I mean, it's total GG obviously, because there's nothing they can do. So I don't know what they're still waiting for. Trash has literally 1 unit and about to be dead too. Yep, finally GG. Okay, I definitely expected and hoped for a longer game, but on the other hand, you can see that the Polish team is on fire this year. So, looks like Für Deutschland wins over Hell Kitty. I'm just double checking if everyone quit. And we can see the army power stats. Yeah, I mean, this is kinda annoying, I guess, but if we want, yeah, we can see. I'm kinda surprised that Botso took such a beating. I mean, it's like he just it kind of looked like he wants to prove the way he attacked that he can win with a brainless attack. But on the other hand, it was not so brainless. It was like Botso was taking the hit and Dontok was doing the kills, I guess. I actually want to see this on a replay, so if you give me a second, I will see this. I want to see this again, because okay, we've got some scouts, blah blah blah. Maybe from the top team's perspective this time. Oh, they saw a lot actually. Might have been an oh crap moment when they saw this. Okay, so what was the trigger? Because at some point Trash started going back like hell. Right now, I guess he's gonna start attacking. Oh, look at this. So this is weird. I'm trying to understand this. I'm having some trouble here. I think it's just a meme attack, like I thought. He was probably trying to replicate what he did in the last tournament game. You probably saw the GIF on Discord already. And this is almost as mimetic as the previous one, but I think this one worked a bit better. Although he still lost a lot. I mean, if it was supposed to scare Trash like crazy, it sure did work. But everything was quite far in the back. I think it was just a power statement. Yeah, and Trash really went back here. That might have been a mistake. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. Yeah, I mean, this was definitely I would say this was a really bad attack, but don't. How do I say it? It's like they knew that they can get away doing this, and they knew that if they attack like this, there's a high chance the top will just shit their pants, and that's exactly what happened, at least on the right side. Now let's check what happens, especially on the left, because Botso's crossbows weren't even shooting for quite a while. He lost almost half of his barbs by that time. And now he's moving them. Come on. Yeah, there's a lot of unoptimal movements from Botso, but thankfully Dontok had, thankfully for the bottom team, Dontok had quite a good position, and yeah, that might have been good too. These extra militias helped. Yeah, you can see Botso is reduced to pieces, except for having his crossbows left, but they still won. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't say that Botso had good maneuvers today. That was really disappointing, kinda, but I guess he took the meme too much to his heart. But yeah, I think the bottom team, there was not even one moment when they doubted they can lose this. Yeah, it was very short. That's all we can say about this game. Yeah, you could say so. Alright, so yeah, that was very brutal. Just to see the stats again, because I didn't have time to check them out properly. Okay, so oh, not that back again. Hold on for a second. Let's try again. Oh, come on. Alright, so Yeah, as you could see, this was not the best attack for the Bozo. He lost really a lot of troops. I think this graph will be very nice. Yep. uh, but on the other hand, yeah, Dontok kept just a few, but had quite some crappy units that helped him. And yeah, you could see that there was like no chance. There's like, it looks like the graph looks like they had something like almost one extra player in the bottom team. Of course, I think the Barbs are a little overpowered in army power, but still, I think this was mostly accurate. Maybe the difference should be a bit smaller here. Yeah, obviously the team 1 has more in warfare because team 2 has more in gold. Yeah, that makes sense. The arm production was better for team 1, but team 2 had enough of it, so it's fine, I guess. Interesting thing, they had the same amount of adults? How does it even work? Yeah. Okay. So guys, that's it. For Deutschland in the final, they will now wait until the other games are played. So just once again, the schedule is on Discord, and as we could see in the schedule, Mutterland versus the Ox will happen tomorrow at 17, and the other game, Drunken's Ranker vs Soundcloud, will happen at Sunday at 16. These are all CET times, as usual. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching, and see you in the upcoming semi